Are you tired of speaking Spanish to locals but can't understand a lick of what they're saying? Are you tired of using language apps but you're still unable to comprehend Spanish? Well, today's video, I have a solution for that. Today's video is sponsored by Gritty Spanish. Thank you so much, Gritty Spanish, for sponsoring this video. Let's get into it. Gritty Spanish is a wonderful app out there for people who are serious about learning the Spanish language. Not only is it immersive, but it also teaches you Spanish that you typically wouldn't learn in a typical classroom setting. One of the biggest reasons a lot of people who are learning Spanish struggle when speaking with locals is because a lot of the Spanish that locals speak is informal Spanish, okay? Most of the Spanish that you hear in the streets is not going to be the same thing that you learn, let's say if you were in a college Spanish class or a high school classroom. Well, Gritty Spanish breaks that hurdle by giving you immersive content that you can use into your day-to-day conversations with locals while traveling or living abroad. Now, today's video is going to be specifically centered around Hecho en Mexico, which is Gritty Spanish's new release or expansion pack. So all the episodes, vocabulary, and lessons that you're going to learn in this version is specifically going to be centered around Mexico. So if you are someone that is interested in learning about the real Mexican Spanish, then this version of Gritty Spanish is for you. Gritty Spanish does have other versions, so if you're somebody who's interested in some of the other dialects from other countries, they do have that as well. Alright, so how the app works is when you first open it, you're going to see a list of episodes. These are immersive audio episodes that are going to be downloaded to your phone. And then once you open the episode, at the very top, you're going to see a description of what the episode is about. So it's just going to give you a quick synopsis. And then right underneath that, you're going to see a list of characters. Okay, now like I told you before, in the other version of Gritty Spanish, some of the characters have different dialects because they come from different countries. So next to their name, you'll see a flag of the country that they're from. So if somebody's name is Carlos and he's from Spain, you might see the Spain flag. Or if they're from Guatemala, you'll see the Guatemala flag, okay? So it will tell you what country that they're from, but since this is Hecho en Mexico, all the characters are from Mexico. So next, underneath the character list, you're gonna see on the left the Spanish transcription, and then on the right, the English transcription, okay? So this is gonna be a follow along that you'll be able to read while you're listening to the story. Now, if you zoom in closely to the blue highlighted words, these are going to be key vocabulary words that are important to the story. And these key vocabulary words are typically slang or phrases that, once again, you typically are not going to find in a regular Spanish classroom setting, okay? So the thing that I love about this is when you click on it, not only does it give you a description of the word or the term, but it gives you examples of it in both English and Spanish. Now, one key takeaway that I love about the Gritty Spanish app that other Spanish apps don't include is that Gritty Spanish actually explains why you're using the term. So instead of you just saying a term just to be saying it, it actually tells you why. This is really important, especially when talking to natives, because not only do you want to be able to speak it, but you want to know why you're saying the things that you're saying. All right, moving along, at the bottom, you'll see the red play button, and then next to the play button, you'll see a notepad. That is a section for you to be able to take your own personal notes while listening to the story. And then at that far right-hand corner at the bottom, you can control the speed. So if the speed is too fast for you, you can actually select a slower version. And then they have another version of where you can have it without sound effects. Now, what does that mean? So one of the things you're gonna notice when you're listening to the stories is you're gonna hear ambient background noise to match the setting. So for example, if somebody's on a train, you might hear people talking in the background. If somebody's at a park, you might hear a dog barking or police sirens, or if you're at a bar, you might hear loud music. Now, why I love this is because it's giving you that immersive experience, and it gives you that real world experience. You know, for me personally, before I was fluent in Spanish, you know, when I was living in Dominican Republic, I would go to the bars and clubs, and you know, sometimes you'll be talking over loud music. And so this app, it does give you that real feel of like, okay, I have to listen to what this person is saying. It helps you actively listen to the story and even having distractions in the background. So this app is definitely recommended to use headphones, so that way you still get that full immersive experience. And then at the very far left-hand corner, you have a section for the quizzes, and that is where you'll be able to test your comprehension after you listen to the story. My personal recommendation or method when learning from this app is listen to the lessons at least 3 times. So the first time, listen to just the audio alone by itself. The second time, then you can listen and read along with the transcript. I would read the Spanish transcript and then look at the vocabulary. And then the third time, you listen to it again to see how much you actually understand. And then that's when at the end you look at the English transcript and then you can see how much you actually comprehend. So I would say at least listen to it 3 times before looking at the English transcript. But if you do want to look at that English transcript, you do have it there for your availability. And you can listen to the episodes as many times as you like. But the key things that I love about this app is that the conversations are real, the conflict is real, and the Spanish is real. So they teach you all the slang. They even teach you profanity and cuss words, okay? It just gives you that real nitty gritty, no pun intended, but it gives you that real nitty gritty Spanish. And once again, they have other versions of gritty Spanish on this app. So that cover the other dialects in other countries, so that way you can learn the slang in those countries as well. But yeah, guys, I definitely recommend Gritty Spanish if you are serious about learning Spanish. This is a great app to keep in your arsenal, and it will definitely help you comprehend Spanish a lot faster. So with that being said, download Gritty Spanish today. You will not regret it. All right, thanks guys. I'll catch y'all later.